What's up, guys? How we doing? I finally got through the work week and just wanted to talk about it, I guess. I wish I could post a video every day, but I just don't have the time. But it's our Friday night. So let's look at the numbers. How did we do? I made $880. I drove 680 miles, and I worked 32 hours. On paper, that sounds really good. Really, really good. I mean, 32 hours, $880, 680 miles. It's like $1.25 a mile, basically. And damn near an average of what, 25 an hour throughout the course of the week. I had such a bad week. The first 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we struggled to hit $100 because in the early afternoon, I'm the only Uber driver out there. And after about 5 or 6, all your Uber drivers from Springfield come in and they oversaturate the market. And on the weekdays, it's not busy enough, not this time of year. And you start making $10 an hour. So I failed to hit my daily. My daily goal is 150. My weekly goal is 750. I need to make $3,000 a month. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we made $100 each day. So Friday and Saturday, we had to pull doubles, and that's basically kind of looking like what our schedule is going to have to be, because there simply isn't enough business on the weekdays to make 150 on those days. But it's so busy on Friday and Saturday that you can work 12 hours and be busy all 12 of those hours. So yesterday I made 300, today I made 300, but it took working 12 hours to do that. That's not why it's shitty. I don't mind the grind. We had a bad wave of tourists this week. Horrible drivers. It's October. So the only people that are coming to Branson in October are retired people, basically. Old people. Or rich people that are able to get a babysitter for the week and come down. It's not your usual family, you know. You just got, they come in waves, and it's not the same every time. And this week's people were, I drive like shit. I shit on all the service workers. I want to go to Branson and have a good time, but I want to shit on the servers, the Uber drivers, and everybody that actually makes the city thrive. I'm tired of doing this, y'all. It's not ideal that I bring her with me, and I get that. But it's Branson, it's not like it's downtown Memphis. So when it comes to safety, there really isn't a worry there. The problem is I get a customer that's very encouraging. First of all, every time I get an order, I immediately text the customer, I can only fit 3 people. Alright, so groups of 4 account for 1% of trips. It is very rare you get a group of 4. I would say 90% of trips is 1 person. 8% of trips are 2 people. and then 1% of trips are 3 people, and 1% of trips are 4. It's very, very rare that you get a group of 4. And on the off times that I do, there's been several times where I can actually fit them if they want. Like, it's 2 sit in the back, 1 sits on a lap, and 1 sits up front. If they're 4 smaller people, you know. Every customer I get, I text them immediately and say I can only fit 3 people. That way, if they have 4, they can immediately see that, cancel, kicks it to another drive, done. Good. So most of the time I don't run into any issues. The only time I ever run into an issue is if I cannot get a hold of the customer. And I call, and I call, and I text, and I text, and call, and I call, and they're just too good. I'm just too fucking beneath them to be answered, right? So then I get there, and oh, it's 4 people. And now they should be canceling it and paying a fee since I drove all that way, but technically because she's in the car, I am in the wrong. But if they would have just answered their phone, you could have saved 30 minutes of my time, $5 of my gas, and those are the types of people I have to deal with. But what I'm mentally having a problem with is that every trip I get a customer that tells me how much of a badass I am. And that I'm out here grinding, and most people would give up, and they're encouraging, and they play with her, and they're sweet, and they're encouraging. And then the next customer will be a judgy cunt. You have her with you every mile. I had a customer last night that instantly got in the car. First of all, not to be insulting, but I'm just gonna be abrasive. You can tell she was the type of cunt that has swiped her husband's credit card her entire life because she could not fathom having an actual problem or working for a living. She instantly got in the car and had a snarl. It was 2 people, easily could fit. She was just mad at the existence of the child next to her. And so she tried challenging me and was, so she rides with you every mile? So I smarted off back. I was actually ballsy, and in front of her husband I said, well, I don't have any family. I don't have any means of paying bills. I just got put in this position, and I can't afford daycare. So if you have any better ideas, I'm all open. If you got any better suggestions, let me hear it. She didn't have any. And her husband actually laughed. And that could have got me a 1 star, but I just, yeah, what is there to say? Like, do you think this is what I want? To be bringing her along with me? Do you think that I want to be in this position? Fuck no. If it were up to me, man, she'd be in daycare and I would be waiting tables. But I can't afford daycare. I made bills by $20 last month. Like, this motherfucker couldn't fathom not having parents or not having family, let alone being a single parent. And her first instinct is to call me a bad one. And then proceeded to tell me how I need to give her a tablet, which I shut down immediately too, because she has been good. I have done 500 trips. She has never cried in the car. She just sits there, fucking playing with her one toy, jamming out to music with me when we don't have customers, just observing and being imaginative. You know, just using her little fucking imagination. A customer gave her a phone one time, and then the next trip she cried because she expected the customer to give her a phone. While yes, she's in the car, and ideally, sure, she should have some form of entertainment, I don't think shoving an iPad in her face is the answer. If she's content and she's went all this time without making a fuss about it, then cool. Well, no, I don't want to break that by putting an iPad in her face. If she's fussy every day, then yeah, I'll get her an iPad, but it hasn't been a problem. You're just coming up with the problem just to be a bitch, just to complain, just because you can. It must piss you off seeing me out here trying like hell, knowing that you're 70 and have never tried your entire life. You've been a pair of legs. Congratulations. I can't do it. This back and forth of, man, you're fucking go you, like you're out here trying, taking a day at a time, I admire that, to you're a terrible parent because you bring her along. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're a terrible parent because she climbed on the table. Get the fuck over yourself. I'm killing myself to make sure bills are covered, to make sure that she's fed. And she's none the wiser. She's happy as fuck. Am I? Not really. But she is. And that's what matters. I understand that bringing her along with me is not ideal. But I don't have a fucking choice. And when I say I don't have a choice, I really mean I don't have a choice. Instacart is oversaturated. DoorDash is $5 an hour. Uber Eats, I have never seen an Uber Eats order that is worth a shit. Literally every single order I have seen on Uber Eats is like $3.50 for 12 miles. Lick my taint. I'm not doing that. Uber is the only thing that I can do and still make more than minimum wage, because I wouldn't be able to survive off minimum wage. So it's the only option. And I text all my customers. I just reached Diamond. Like, I have amazing stats. I am top tier. I am literally the best Uber driver in town. And that's with a kid. And I communicate with all my customers. The only time there is ever an issue is when the customer refuses to answer the phone or refuses to look at their texts or acknowledge that I'm texting them. And I've had customers, and there's no way that they're not getting the text either, because it's immediate. As soon as they put in the Uber, I text. So before they can even put their phone down, I'm texting them. So it's either just straight up not paying attention or just straight up not caring. Until it affects you, of course. 90% of the time, I text, hey, I can only fit 3 people. They read it, immediately cancel. On to the next one. But that 10% really fucking irks me, because I'll call and I'll communicate. Like, and I'm not even the only Uber in town that has a kid. I had a customer yesterday tell me that the other Uber they had brings their kid along. She was 5. I've seen an Uber in town with a truck and probably could only fit 2. So I guarantee you, out of both of those Ubers, I'm the only one that goes the extra mile of sending a text message and calling and making sure that they know I can only fit 3. Like, I do everything, man. And tonight, I had a customer, a reservation. And I shit you not, I texted her, and my exact verbatim words were, hello, Good evening. I can only fit 3 people. I can fit 4 if I have to, but usually somebody has to sit on a lap. I understand that sounds silly, but I've done it on multiple occasions. If this isn't ideal for you, and you have a group of 4, go ahead and tell me now, or cancel now, so we can kick it to another driver. That way they can get there by the time your reservation is. Otherwise, if you have 3 or less, disregard this message, and I will be there in 7 minutes. That is exactly what I said. What did she reply with? Sounds good. I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm. Not were. I'm. So, based on her text, I assumed it was a single person. And then I get there, and there are 4 fucking people, 2 of them, that could take up a fucking couch on their own. And this woman, I get there, and this woman berates me and is like, can you explain to me why I put in a reservation and I get sent a 3-person car? And I looked at her and I said, dude, I fucking told you I only had 3 seats. You literally okayed that. You okayed it. So this all could have been avoided. You could have had your ass picked up, had a new Uber driver here. You literally fucking said, this is okay. Knowing that you have 2 fat fucks next to you that basically need their own back seat. And now you have the audacity to get mad at me. Now, I'll go ahead and cancel, even though you should be paying a cancellation fee and I should be getting paid for my time driving here. I'll cancel and save you the money because technically you are right. This is my fault for having her, but you're a fucking idiot. And then to go from that to, man, you're doing such a good job, keep it up, and get a $25 tip to, I hate you, you're a terrible parent, to, dude, I've been in customer service all my life. It takes some thick skin to deal with, but I'm starting to believe I am a bad parent. Am I? Like, fuck. I do feel bad that she's with me. I do feel bad that this is her life, that she's got to fucking sit with me all the time. I do. But I didn't make this choice. I was thrown in a situation that most of you wouldn't be able to comprehend or keep your shit together on. Remained calm. Somehow, some way, overcame the PTSD and the mental and physical deterioration that I went through after being thrown in this situation. Somehow overcame it, got my ass to work, and started paying bills. No family, no friends, no nothing. I haven't hung out or spoke to a single human being outside of work for the last 6 months. Think about that alone. And I'm still here, man. Surviving, paying my bills, making it work. Just for some dumb cunt to judge me as a parent because my kid doesn't have a fucking iPad in her lap. Just for some dumb cunt to get mad at me because her dumb ass, after being told I can only fit 3 people, reads it and says, yep, I have 4 people we can fit. Like, yes, I did say 4 could fit if somebody sits on a lap, but I'm meaning 4 regular-sized people. if you got two motherfuckers that have McDoubles coursing through their veins, common sense would tell you that if I only had 3 spots available and each of them need 2, we're not going to be able to make this work. So you could have just said from the start, no, we're not going to be able to fit. So I could have canceled it with no fee on your end. And then you would have had a driver that could fit you. Done picked you up. I sit here. I almost get in wrecks all day because of people that can't do simple 4-way stops and get shit on by parents that claim to be good people, that claim to be pro-life, that claim to be Christian for doing nothing other than fucking working. I am not a bad parent. I'm not. I'm an angry person, and I would like to get better at that and be a better role model. Because while, yes, I want her to learn hard work and determination from me, I don't want her to just be angry. And I understand that you might see my angry personality and worry that it comes out on her, but it doesn't. And it didn't on my wife either. I never, ever directed my anger at them, or her, or do. That's why it's internal. It's just, I have a 6-month plan. In 6 months, if I continue to grind and make extra payments on all my bills, then I will have all my debts paid off. I will have $600 less in bills. And then I will be able to make bills way easier. Then I can get ahead. And then once I get ahead, I can start thinking about daycare. I can start thinking about other options. But right now, the fact is winter is right around the corner. And I'm going to have no business during that time. So I need to get a month ahead. Hopefully, like, I'm in the position now where I should be able to pay rent a week early. And if I stay on that pace, then by January, I should be able to have all January bills paid. And then that gives me 2 months to come up with bills for February. And hopefully, that'll work. And then come March, I should have $600 less in bills. Business picks back up. And now, I'm able to finally stack up. And then finally, can start considering other options. This is just a phase. But unfortunately, it's going to be 6 months of grinding. And being in a position that I don't want to be in. It's going to take 6 months of this. It's going to take time. I just don't know if I can mentally fucking take it. It really, I really pulled over and cried today, dude. Because I had just got done getting yelled at by a customer. This customer that I'm talking about that I texted, the reservation. And then right after that, I got the nicest couple in the world that told me I was doing great and not listen to them and not let them bring me down. And they tipped me $25 on a 2-minute drive. I had a guy tip me $100 today. To go from such kindness to such bleakness. I have anxiety every order because I don't know which one am I going to get. Am I going to get the kind, gentle soul that understands that I'm out here just fucking trying to keep my head above water? Or am I gonna get the ignorant bitch boy who's coasted, whose only problem in life is what pair of shoes they're gonna wear, that have no concept of working, that have no concept of struggle, and get shit on for that, for working? You know, that group of people that claims to be against handouts and pretends to be the working class. You know, the group of people that have trust fund kids and were trust fund kids themselves, that shit on people and don't use their blinkers and they're pro-life. That group. It's amazing, man. It's truly amazing. $6 months. My 6-month plan, man. I should have $600 less in bills. I should be able to actually start stacking money, and I should start to actually get to a point to where I can breathe and figure out another option. But unfortunately, right now, it is what it is. I have no other options. This is what I'm forced to do. Call me a bad parent all you want. I display the opposite of that every day. Whenever I make fun of your favorite pedo and the only thing that you can remark on is the fact that you see my daughter back there on the table. After I just worked a 10-hour shift, fed her, did all this shit, now I'm taking 20 minutes to talk to a camera, but she stood on a table, so that makes me a bad parent. It's not that you're succeeding in being a troll. It's that your ignorance genuinely pisses me off. Ignorant people piss me off. Spoiled, entitled brats piss me off. Because while I think the ultimate goal of being a parent is to make sure that your child is set and to set them up for life, that does not mean never ensuring that they fail. That does not mean coddling them and giving them $100,000 to go to college and making sure that they never struggle. There are lessons in struggle. Every person in the world needs to have a year of barely making it to have a different perspective on life. And I don't know, man. There's people out there that have literally just, I've gotten allowance money, blah fucking blah. Dad sent me off to college. Now I'm a successful doctor, blah fucking blah. Get to go on vacations whenever, and I'm going to talk about the working class. You ain't the working class, motherfucker. You're a C-average student that was coddled. I will said it before and I will say it again. Success is 99% connections and 1% luck. You are not the 1% luck. You are the 99% connections, you little fucking bitch boy. The fucking people that sit here and put me down for having her with me are the same fucking morons that wouldn't last a day in my shoes. They're the same fucking morons that wouldn't last a day in customer service. They're the same fucking morons that wouldn't last a day if they had to mow their own fucking lawn. This week was rough, man. Just a bad wave of people, a bad wave of tourists, and it happens. And I gave a bunch of locals a ride that felt the same way. And like yesterday, I had a couple rides that were picking people up from work, and they were just venting to me about their day and how bad this week was going for them. And those little moments are when I have joy for what I do. Because I allowed this person to vent. I was able to click with this person for a second and go, yeah, man, these people out here, they fucking suck. But we're doing it. We're making it. We're alive. We got a roof. We're doing it. I had a girl yesterday, and this is the 4th time I've had her. A beautiful, sweet, young woman that works at Hot Topic. And she was telling me about how all these guys just hit on her all fucking day long and were being creepy and weird and like just the saddest shit. And that she's scared to even fucking walk to her Uber and like, and just the grossest stuff, you know? Describing the likes of Sneeko, you know, and Andrew Tate clones that would be proud. You know, you can't fucking exist next to a beautiful woman without letting her know she's beautiful and gracing her with your presence and approval. Soy boy. I'm not going to use that word anymore, but I just want to point out that the people that made that word a thing fit the very fucking definition. And I think that's funny. Because you can't tell me that people like that unnecessarily hit on women, that act like a woman should appreciate their presence, their compliment, even though it's the 50th one that day. Those are the alpha males for you. Anyway, I'm not going to go off on all these different tangents. It's been a shitty week, and I haven't been able to post videos, and I just want to go to work and be in a good mood and enjoy what I do, because there are aspects to this job that I enjoy. I enjoy that I'm getting a drunk person off the street. I enjoy the kind people, man, that are from around the world, that have stories. I enjoy being an outlet for a local to vent to. There are things about it that I enjoy. But it's unfortunate that for every fucking enjoyable ride, there's 9 bad ones. Bad definitely outweigh the good. And I just the reason why I decided to make this channel a little bit political is because I absolutely feel like it is worth calling out that those 9 bad people are usually the fucking assholes that pretend to be Christians and pro-life, that pretend to be all about fucking being an adult and the working class and but hey, this guy's working with his kid. Fuck you. I have to wait 5 minutes for another Uber? Oh my god. But yeah, it's been a rough week, man. I just want to go to work and just get through this phase. I was thrown in this position, and it sucks that I can't talk about the divorce. It really fucking does, because when I finally can, I was put in a position where we broke up as we moved into this apartment, and this apartment is more expensive, and I lost half my income, lost food stamps, and now I'm in a more expensive apartment. And then the bitch blew all the rent money that was in the bank, and then that was it. Now I have a child. Now I have no food stamps. Now I have no this. Now I need to make money. And this is what the only answer. So, I don't give a fuck if you think that me bringing her is bad. I don't fucking care. If it was in downtown Memphis, we wouldn't be doing it. It's Branson. As far as safety goes, it's fine. And the fact that 4 people trips account for 1% of the trips, no, I don't feel like I shouldn't be able to do this job with her because of 1% of the fucking trips, especially when I communicate that and the people that have a brainstem and actually, fucking read the message can just cancel, get another Uber driver, and that takes care of it, and we can just proceed. But it's just amazing to me that the people that the only time I ever have a problem is from some spoiled snob that are just too good to even fucking read my text message. And then they proceed to drive like absolute dickbags, blow through stop signs even though they were the last ones there at the four-way. Fucking... I hate people. I just do. And then I always get somebody that reminds me that I shouldn't. Because there are good people out there, man. But there's just not enough. But we did it. We hit our fucking weekly goal. I just... 6 months, baby. Gotta stick to that 6-month plan and stop letting people bring me down. But to go from somebody yelling at you to somebody tipping you $25 to somebody yelling at you to somebody tipping you $100 to somebody yelling at you to every order, I am anxious as fuck. I'm starting to legitimately have to take a Klonopin before work so I can not have a panic attack because every fucking order, like, I just don't know who I'm gonna get. Am I gonna get this judgy cunt that tries to call me a terrible... I just don't even understand how you can get in my car and see me and hear that I'm a single full-time dad and go, yep, he's a bad parent for bringing her along. That's bad. Bad. Equal bad. My 2 brain cells, bzz, bad. Equal bad. Surely there's another option. Surely you have family. Oh, you don't have family? Well, still, there's another option. I can't think of the other option right now to give you, but I'm still going to judge you because I'm a fucking worthless cunt that's never done anything in their lives except be a judgy cunt. So, here I am. Thanks. I appreciate you guys for watching and caring and... These videos, they're like the only thing keeping me mentally stable. I just want to help people, man. And I'm tired of getting shit on by people that are intellectually, morally, and ethically beneath me. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, I got this cup. Look at that, look at that. Boom, from G Fuel. Ending it on a positive note, baby. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but I did reach Diamond this week, which is the final tier. Used to be Uber would pay you $1,000 for reaching that because it's not easy to reach, right? You got to get 800 points, which is essentially doing 800 rides. Some fares you get multiple points, but like it's essentially 800 rides. And I reached Diamond because I have a 100% acceptance rate and a 1% cancellation rate. And yeah, that's something to be proud of. I'm like good at my job, you know, and she's fed, rent. I am $300 away from paying, so I got the next 2 days off, and yeah, trying to end it on a positive note. Hopefully next week isn't as rough. I'm looking forward to the week of Halloween. I know that that's going to be fun. But I'm just tired of this emotional roller coaster every shift that I deal with. Look at this fucking cup, though. Isn't that dope? It's plastic. It's not metal. But I have this one, the Crash Bandicoot one, and the Twisted Metal one with Sweet Tooth. And I actually think this one's my favorite, despite being plastic. I'm not sure how this is gonna hold up when washing it, but anyway, yeah, baby, that's the week. That's it. I'm gonna buy Alien Romulus, and I'm gonna do a review on that. And the Steelers play the Jets tomorrow, and I swear to fucking God, if we start Russell Wilson, you're gonna hear about it for an hour. Anyway, thank you for watching.